Hello, folks. Extremely delighted and happy to speak to you again and come back to you with a very, very interesting topic. This short podcast is going to be on alternate career options or career options. So, a disclaimer in case you probably are not exploring any career options or you're content with what you are doing and would like to focus on your core competence, I'd probably urge you to skip this video. Another important disclaimer is you'll probably hear the brand name or product name Udemy very, very often. This is certainly not a paid video. I'm just quoting Udemy more often than any other platform because it is something which I've been very familiar with, and probably it is also quite user friendly from the point of view of uploading courses which you can offer as services, which this video is going to be all about. So coming back to the topic, alternate career options, a very, very interesting career option today, which probably most of us may not be aware, not because of ignorance, but because of the fact that we're all extremely focused on our daily course. We all have our day jobs, and probably we keep running around doing what is very, very important today. So in that perspective, maybe the urge to look at options or the urge to look at easily options may not be really there. In that sense, I'd probably tell you that if there's one career option which you can probably start off early in life, it is teaching courses online. And when I say teaching courses online, this is not really about get rich quick courses, which is a huge scam out in the Indian market. I'm not aware of the international market situation in terms of what is happening on social media and things like that. But as far as India is concerned, this get rich quick courses, 99 rupee courses or 1000 rupee courses or whatever are a huge scam. This is certainly not something to do with that at all. These are real serious courses. These are online courses which educate people based on what skills you have to offer in the market, and that skill can be anything. That is the big advantage of this. There is no structure to what you can teach online. At the same time, you can really create your own expertise or devise courses based on your expertise, devise number of modules, decide on the number of lessons, decide on the broad outline of the course, depending on what exactly you're offering. It can range from an entire array of things. It can range from your coding skills, how to become a better programmer, how to be better at Python, how to be good at digital marketing, how to be a good PR professional, how to have a great family, how to communicate effectively. So there are thousands and thousands of courses today online in a platform like Udemy. There are many other platforms, like Upgrade is another platform which I remember. So there are probably a handful of platforms across the globe which people use to upload courses and sell their courses to the market. And believe me, this is a huge business opportunity for all professionals today. Everybody has got their own skills and competencies which could probably not be fully used on the job. Our jobs are something which earn us the monthly paycheck, and we are extremely focused on what we do. But at the same time, as long as we don't really have any conflict of interest, there are so many other skills which we may have, and it is these skills which we sell online. All we have to do is to just create a identity, username, password, etc. on a platform like Udemy, and then you'll really be guided so well in terms of how you should upload courses. There are a whole bunch of tutorials in terms of how exactly you should upload courses and things like that. Only two prerequisites to create these courses. One prerequisite is, of course, you need to communicate effectively, communicate clearly in terms of the fact that the audience has to understand it well. That again comes by a lot of training, things like there are a whole bunch of people who might be camera shy, wouldn't want to show their faces to the world. All that can be overcome with the help of practice, with the help of again courses out there which ask you tell you how to present yourselves better, how to present your views better. There are in fact a bunch of courses even on Udemy as to how you should upload courses on Udemy, what exactly is a broad outline of the entire business of content creation for courses and things like that. If you make use of this, and probably if you just invest a month's time or a few weeks time, you should almost become an expert in terms of what kind of courses you can offer, understand what business opportunities are there in the market. Udemy itself has got a learning portal or a learning platform where you can really do a lot of research on which courses are in demand, which courses are being searched more, and which courses are being sold well, and things like that. All that information is available online. Besides Udemy, you can also use Google Trends, which again is a big platform, and using all this, it is very easy to arrive at what exactly is in demand, and whether offering your particular skills as a course will make sense and things like that. You can arrive at business decisions, and based on those business decisions you can work on creating a bunch of courses. Maybe even if you start with one course and that course become a huge hit, it will easily pay you about $300-400 a month at the minimum. I'm talking about barest minimum. Of course, the caveat here is that your course should become a hit. That again comes by a lot of hard work in terms of how you are going to structure your course, how much of information you're going to offer the course to the students out there, whether your courses are catering to the target audience needs. All that comes by research. Again, it is not an overnight thing. Like any other business, these kind of opportunities also are a marathon. It is not a sprint. It is not that if you decide and jump into making courses, it is you're going to be successful tomorrow morning. You might probably have to offer 3-4 courses, and one of those courses will be a huge hit and the other courses will flop and things like that. All that comes by iteration, and that takes time. But again, the time which you invest in that will be of immense use. And if you decide one course, if you probably get to design one successful course, I think that is going to earn you for the rest of your life. Of course, you can keep updating these courses on platforms like Udemy. You can add chapters, you can add lessons, you can add updates in terms of what contemporary information and knowledge you want to share to the market out there. All this is possible in any platform similar to Udemy. But with these kind of opportunities, your courses are going to be out there on sale for eternity. And contrary to all these quick rich scams, these courses which are offered at this platform come with a lot of credibility. Students who listen to your courses or buy your courses are going to rate your courses, and the rating is going to be very high. You obviously are going to be very successful as a course teacher, or whatever you call it. And again, the biggest advantage here is there is no firm structure or a firm method or framework in which you should offer content. There are no written rules and regulations as to how exactly any course is to be structured, depending on your kind of expertise in any subject area. Like for example, I said earlier in this particular video, if you are good at Python, if you are good at any kind of programming, if you're good at marketing and sales, if you are good at niche kind of marketing, if you're good at branding, I can list about 120, 130 kind of skills like this. The list of skills is endless and can never be exhaustive. Probably you might come up with a completely new skill which nobody is able to cater to in the market, and those kind of things will be immense hit. And if you are able to offer this to the marketplace out there, to the student marketplace out there, depending on what their requirements and need are, you'll be hugely successful. Just to give you a brief insight into how long it takes to create any particular course, if you really can dedicate full time, I think a course can be really crafted in about a fortnight's time. Depending on based on you need to conceptualize what your course is all about, then probably arrive at a structure, devise the number of topics, number of chapters and things like that. And typically in a Udemy like format, each particular chapter comes to a talk of about 7-8 minutes, and roughly about 20 such talks make one chapter, and typically any decent course goes about 5-6 chapters at the minimum. Again, this is just a thumb rule or an indicative rule. There are probably courses which have got hundreds of chapters also, because that those courses have the edge of offering much more value for the same money and things like that. So all that is a part of the marketing skills which you will probably get very well and get to understand once you get into the platform like Udemy. But what I'm trying to suggest here is, if you start off early in such opportunities in careers as a side hustle, this is going to be a huge potential in terms of your long-term revenue earnings. And these revenue earnings, very importantly, are never going to be a conflict of interest in terms of what you are doing full-time. You can do any job full-time. You can probably be working in an IT company, but once you work on weekends and your free time, leisure time, in terms of showcasing your expertise and offering it to the world, it is only academics. You're not really working with any competition. You're not trading off your coding skills to any other organization. You're only giving your competition skills and teaching students and trying to make some revenue out of it and make some money out of it, and also probably position yourselves as a much better expert. So all this also gives a very, very important advantage in the professional world. Once you are able to create some courses, you also kind of become a thought leader in whichever area you are. It is always not necessary that you probably are offering courses very, very different from your day job. Many a times you are in a day job, you are probably, if you are a HR professional, and if you offer a bunch of HR courses or recruitment and talent acquisition courses, that gives you a huge edge in terms of a competitive advantage in the market. You are very well known in the marketplace, and you always get positioned as a thought leader, maybe 10 notches above any other normal HR professional or whatever. The same applies to any profession. You can be a coding professional, you can be a brand manager, you can be a learning and development professional, you can be a yoga instructor. So it goes on and on. The kind of opportunities are endless, and as I said, just about any random thing can be taught as a course is what my research says. If you just spend time going through the courses by creating a Udemy buyer login and password, you'll see that the mind-boggling range of courses across the globe. Mind-boggling is just an understatement. There are thousands and thousands of courses, most of which are successful and some of which are not successful. But again, as I said, the success or failure of any particular course is also depending on what kind of demand is there. You can do a lot of market research initially itself before deciding on what you will do. And also, once you get better in terms of quality of delivery, how you deliver your talk, how you deliver your lessons and things like that, you are going to be a very, very perfect teacher, and that itself will be successful. Maybe the first course which you offer might not be the greatest what you can do, because you are doing it for the first time. You probably have to have more experience in terms of showing your face to the world, your body language, the delivery of lessons and things like that. But all that comes by practice, and practice makes perfect. Like normally they say on successful people that they have invested about 10,000 hours of their hard work in terms of honing their expertise. Coaching or offering such kind of lessons may not require those many hours. Maybe if you can just put about 100 or 200 hours of very, very hard work in terms of equipping yourself with the body language, with the kind of dialogue delivery, the ability to make eye contact on a camera and things like that, then it is going to be extremely good for you in terms of a long-term revenue option. The other most important thing is in terms of investments which you need to make for offering such courses. There are many very, very minimal investments. You just require some good audio equipment, a good microphone. Probably a high-end mobile phone will even suffice for a camera. Of course, if you can afford, you can probably go for a mirrorless digital camera, which comes with a decent maybe $300-400 investment, and some lighting equipment and green screens and stuff like that. So all this is not going to be very, very expensive. It is just a part of an investment for probably putting you across as a better course creator, telling the world that you probably are offering quality work and things like that. So in terms of the entry barriers are almost none in this course creation business. Anybody can do it. All it requires is a kind of will, commitment, the ability to learn and unlearn some of your skills, and also it offers you a huge advantage of also exploring within yourselves in terms of what you are capable of. A lot of times, as I said earlier, because we are all on a day job, we keep running around and we really don't even hone what our other expertise are. You could be probably wonderful in photography, and because you're not spending time on it, you're not probably honing those skills. You could be great in terms of making drawings, but you're not probably practicing it because you're not having time or you're not focusing on that. So everything of this can turn into a course. That is the beauty of this business, and that is the beauty of this space. So I would urge every one of you to consider this as a side hustle. It is an excellent opportunity, no conflict of interest, minimum entry barriers, and more than anything else, over time you can easily become an expert in this if you watch a few courses out there on Udemy or any other platform. As I always say, I'll never be able to do justice in terms of how exhaustive I have been. No way it is possible. The opportunities are endless, the knowledge is endless, the information is endless in this space. But whatever is possible in terms of showing a path, or probably holding a light to a particular path, I am doing it because that is what I intend to do. The whole idea is to probably put forth or showcase some opportunity areas which people can make use of when they are all focused on their careers, while at the same time everybody is craving for additional revenues or an additional income source. Today, as I always keep saying in most of my such videos, alternate sources of income are very, very important. The job market out there is probably getting more shaken, and there will be only more and more tremors in the job market thanks to things like artificial intelligence, machine learning and things like that. Of course, it is not that all of us are going to lose our jobs, but in case there is such an eventuality or such a bad thing going to happen, these kind of things like having side hustles which will give us firm revenues over a longer period of time will be immensely useful, and it will also be financially very, very gratifying for each one of us. The monies may not be huge. I really won't promise, like most of these success coaches do, that you will become lakpatis and crorpatis overnight. No, that is not going to happen, and anybody who promises that is just fooling you, trying to make quick bucks. That is not going to be possible. But if you really put in some kind of hard work and effort and focus this as a side hustle maybe for a few years, then for sure in your long run you're going to have a permanent revenue stream. And what is the quantum of the revenue stream? I think that is for you to decide depending on your work. It can be a considerable amount which will support a lot of your personal expenses, is what I would say. It certainly is a very, very important alternate career path anybody should look at. I'd urge each one of you to probably consider this as an option. I'll also request you not to just be content with whatever information I'm offering. Do a lot of research. As I said, plunge into a platform like Udemy to understand how it works and things like that. Maybe if you find time or find other interesting platforms, plunge into them. There are a lot of people who also create their own portals and offer courses there. That also is a huge hit there. So if you just create one course, you can offer that in multiple places. That is a huge advantage. It is not that your course should be restricted only to one particular platform. If you create one excellent course, the course can go on about 10-15 platforms, and all these courses are geography agnostic, meaning it is not that someone in India only will look at your course. Probably someone in Australia who is interested in your particular skill set is going to pick up the course. Someone in Denmark is going to pick up the course. Someone in US is going to pick up the course. And that is the beauty of that space. If you look at it, the topmost courses in Udemy or any other platform like that are being offered by people across the globe. And for a good course, you really don't care as to where the person is sitting or where the person is offering the course from, because the course is being delivered right on your mobile phone or your computer, and that is all matters. It doesn't matter where the person is, and doesn't matter who the person is and what the background is. Another important thing which I missed out is you really don't require any professional qualification attached to you to do these courses, because see, these courses are not the certificates these courses offer are only namesake certificates. They're not really a part of anybody's CV. That is very, very important. But at the same time, anybody who wants to learn a new skill picks up the new skill for the sake of it and not for the sake of certificate. Yes, there are some people who would like to flaunt long list of degrees behind them, behind their names, probably put up a fancy title on LinkedIn and things like that. But beyond that, people who really do such courses, spend time investing money on these courses, are those who want to really gather the knowledge, stay more relevant in the present market, stay more relevant in the contemporary job market, and get more and more skills added to themselves so that they can shine better in life. That is very, very important, and in that sense, you really need not be professionally qualified as long as you are good at what you are doing. And as I said, this good at what you are doing is such a long list: photography, digital marketing, social media marketing, writing, content writing, coding skills, leadership development, personal development, life coach, success coach, being a good parent, being a good spouse. You add anything to it, you can put it there. That is the beauty of it. So I probably have taken enough time in terms of explaining or throwing more and more light about this particular place. I'm sure you probably would enjoy whatever information is given here and do more research if it is required. Thanks a ton. Wonderful talking to you, and do consider liking and subscribing to this space. And I really wish you that you probably plunge in today and start creating some courses for your own good and the benefit of the society at large. Thank you. I'll see you soon.